see the gloom written on your downtrodden faces. Our precious city quivers with fear. I cast blame upon the vile merqua that stains our docks violet and plagues the hulls of our ships. Its foul tendrils corrupt the good creatures of this land and vex our citizens. But what of us, the Eshans? We are...
Hello, everybody! Welcome to tonight's episode of The Lost Druid here on Weave the Tale. Before we get all into all the things, let me read my stuff. First, we're going to talk about our wonderful sponsors. We have Grinding Coffee. Grinding Coffee is a Black LGBT plus owned coffee business that will keep you awake and happy with the best roast directly shipped to your door. Use our affiliate link by using the command !coffee for the link. And note that our discount code is penny for a tale, all spelled out. Dice Dungeons is a Baltimore-based company that has a passion for making beautiful and high-quality dice and gaming accessories for every table. Please check them out by using our command !dice if you're looking to add something special to your RPG accessory hoard, because aren't we all? Then we have Fibermancers for Hire. This summer season, we've been gifted those little adorable guys, they're little mini weavers, and we'll be having a giveaway for them at the end of the season. So next Tuesday, the Fibermancers would love to also make unique and magical pieces for you. Visit them at fibermancersforhire.com. And yeah, guys, everyone tune in to all of the finales happening this week throughout the month of our shows, so you can win one, because they're so stinking cute. Reminder, also you can interact with the story in multiple ways with first tweets and subs. The command tweet will bring you to our going live. I'm nice. 20 and 40 gives some good boons. I don't bane. I should get on that. Then we have our donations as well, which is going to be really bright. Okay. Oh, so bright. One advantage roll for a chosen player, that is for $5. For $15, you get a disadvantage roll for me that the players can choose when to use said roll. 25 gives a free advantage for the whole party. 50 is one health potion for the whole party. And then 150 will do something special. Let's keep an eye out if we get that. I think that's all of those. So obviously, we have this game tonight, 9 Eastern. We have our last episode next Tuesday, so come check that out. We also have this Friday, we have Autumn of the Fireflies, which is our Shadowrun game. It's going to be going through the end of July. Saturday, we have Emotional Drive by Necrobiotic, which I think this is the last episode of Necrobiotic. I think this is the finale. And then we have Neon Revolutions, which is Thirsty Sword Lesbians, that will have its finale this Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Boo, boo, boo. Then, don't forget, we have Pathfinder, the Into the Stormlands, every other Thursday. That's going to run throughout the summer season, so keep an eye on socials so you can catch what alternating Thursday those are on. That's all of our important stuff. Let's meet all these wonderful people that are with us. I'm gonna go just down the order because it makes my life easy. Spence, tell us about yourself.
What's up? I'm Spence. I am one of the Fibermancers for Hire, and I do want to also mention that these will be there will be one Weaver given away per game. So there's going to be one for this game, one for Necrobiotic, one for Shadowrun, and one for Thirsty Sword Lesbians. So, just so you know, if whatever game, if you like all the games and watch all the games, you have multiple chances to enter. Secondly, I am playing Addie Silvercrest, the Water Genasi, uses they, them pronouns just like me. And yeah, got really beat up by a spider, so I needed to rest, and I might be taking out a certain prototype that's been hiding under my bunk to take with us into this cave, since I now know that this cave is kind of awful.
I'm muted. Awesome. Then we have D.
Oh, hi. It's me. I'm D. I cause trouble on the internet, and tonight I'll be bringing you Linus Poodle, who's here to help anyone that needs help. And Addie seems like she needs help. Linus's pronouns are he, him, and my pronouns are whatever make you feel warm and fuzzy inside.
Love it. Alrighty, Matt, tell us about yourself.
Hi, folks. Matt, the Killer GM here. I have he, they pronouns, and I am portraying Derrin, Twinkletoes, over a bard who is hoping there's a real good story come out of this, because this is getting really gross at this point, people. Just absolutely disgusting, but I think he might live through it. He's going to do his absolute level best, as he does.
Yes. Alrighty, and then I am Taylor, or at _potato_ wherever I choose to be. I can be found here on this, obviously, on Shadowrun, obviously, making pretty pictures, but also at High Shield Collective, where we're doing lots of fun things, mostly gearing up for Gen Con currently, so come see me if you're going to be there. But we have like some cyberpunk happening in 2 weeks, July 15th. I guess we could talk about it now. It's pretty much confirmed and going. Spence is going to run a wonderful Thirsty Sword Lesbian campaign for
It's 1 week.
It's 1 week. It's 1 week. I don't know what time it is anymore, y'all. I'm so excited. I finally get to play it. But all this month long, we are raising money for elevated access. So I have links. I will pin the one with our Tiltify link on my Twitter. But if you come hang out, and then that game being our big kind of flagship push, but through all of our stuff this month, we're doing elevated access. So come hang out, support a good cause, see so many smittens. Oh my god, okay, wait. And then yeah, we got lots of other, we got D&D coming, we got Necrobiotic one shot coming, we got so much stuff over there, so come hang out. But
Before we get started, just a reminder that we are also still raising funds for Planned Parenthood on this channel. You can use Command Charity to get to our link. And we appreciate everything that you can do, because we're just trying to do our part to make sure everybody has access to necessary health care.
yes.
And that's all.
Wonderful. Okay, then I guess with that, let's just hop on into it. So y'all woke up to quite the scene last episode of you had made it. You were there. You were in the shit that was the Broken Top Bay. Octopodes. Thanks TikTok for teaching me that. It's the proper way to say that. Taking harpoon guns, diseased birds, algae ripping the ship apart, a dinosaur. So much was going on. So many things happened through this giant whirlpool, and the lightning and the winds, the sail nearly falling. Look, you don't gotta wait for Thirsty Sword Lesbians for some smoochins, because we got some smittens. When Addie jumped overboard to save said harpoon and said dinosaur was there, Yisha jumped in to help, and so it was quite a moment. But all that, and a ghost. There was a ghost. We had so many trials on this journey, but you made it through with just a few scrapes. Thankfully, your ship was fine. The crew mostly fine. Our poor cook may be blinded. We'll find out what's going on there. But made it through to the Hidden Grotto, which was deep into this watery cave pathway. It felt like miles as you were going through, and slowly more and more weird webs surrounded the area until you found yourself in this grotto, parked near a beach, near a dock, with some like dead bodies all over the place, wrapped up in web bits. And getting off, ready for your adventure. Before you even got out of sight of the boat, you had to fight the... A spider is not... It was some weird monstrosity. But once you put it down, realized you probably need a break. Used a lot of magic on the boat. Used a lot of pain on the beach. And after looking around for just a bit, got back on for your rest, which is where we start now. You are up the next morning. Isha, Wix, it's the older woman that I can't remember her name. They are all in there, in the galley. I know we'll say the Bluefin Annex. Haven't adventured there much. With just some little sandwiches with some rations. Our cook was not feeling quite up to making meals today. But you're settled. Had a decent enough rest. Mayfire kind of nods and greets you all as you come up. So, is today the day?
Guess we'll give it a shot. I mean, you know.
We came all this way, we might as well.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why it shouldn't be today. I mean, I'm mostly rested up. Simon's feeling better. Addie, you look like yourself again. I was a little scared a bit there.
Patty is scratching at a scab on their shoulder. Just like, yeah, I mean, need some... I'm doing a lot better. I'm functional. Thanks for asking. How are you?
Oh,
Show off a dragon bite quite like that.
I'm doing all right.
What about a dragon bite? What?
It's fine. Nothing.
Oh, okay. We're not... I look over to Mayfire. There's not supposed to be a dragon in this, right? I kind of suck against fire.
I don't remember hearing stories of a dragon, no.
If anybody wants to spice up their sandwich, and Linus goes into one of his bags and pulls out this jar of what look like pickled banana peppers. He goes, they're a little on the spicy side, but they're good. I'll just set it in the center of the table. And then Linus will start restringing his bow, refletching his arrows, just getting ready.
Addie will partake of the peppers. Put a couple on the sandwich. Not too many.
They're obscenely hot. But they taste like pickled banana peppers.
Nice.
I did, I'm a little... I have lots of talents, you could say. That thing that y'all dealt with yesterday, I managed to get some key components on it, and I've made some things I think would be very helpful to us throughout this journey. She kind of pushes 4 little vials out on the table, but then pulls one back to herself. They should help us with climbing, if my IDing was right.
All right, cool. Put it in my pocket.
Fascinating.
Linus will go, oh, hey, great minds. And I'll hold up my bow, and you'll see that while restringing it, Linus restrung it with some of the silk thread from the spider-like creature. Oh, yes. And there are a couple of different purplish spines and engravings that go up and down the bow. Because it seemed wasteful to just just leave the body out there. It didn't really sit right with me. So
my brother used to be a healer, and so one of my brothers, and used to say that like spider webs were great for bandages and cleaning wounds and stuff. So, but that's also a really useful talent.
yeah, I got a whole spindle of it actually that I'm just kind of keeping in my empty quiver just in case we need it for anything. It's real good stuff, very tensile.
That's very smart. I never thought to do that.
I will never question your ingenuity again.
Oh, I'm not much of an engineer, but I appreciate the compliment.
Nice.
So officially, it's a potion of spider climbing.
Nice.
For rule's sake.
Awesome. And Linus will just kind of stand up, stretch, drink like a quarter of the jar of the juice of the peppers, and go, all right, so we want to get cracking?
Here's some.
Wix is just staring at you. Little bit?
Yeah, Lelbeth.
Oh, yeah. So we'll say Lelbeth is going to join in on said adventure, but maybe like Mayfire's kind of
scout ahead or something like that.
Yeah,
or?
yeah. Well, just
Right, cool.
puts a little hood on and scurries on out.
Bye. I'll hold your sandwich for you, I guess.
Comes back, grabs it.
Off they go. Suppose we should get going as well then, huh?
I guess so. You got everything you need? Twinkle toes?
I have everything that I'm liable to need out there. What I need more as a hot bath and far more drinks that are available on this boat, but I
Agreed.
think we'll manage.
We'll do the best with what we got. That's our motto. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. I don't want to make group decisions, but I think it's a good motto. I nominate it as first ballot choice for the motto of this group.
We'll go with that.
I like it.
Yeah, I don't have any counter offers this time.
It's a strong thing.
Is there a name for our group?
Hadn't thought of one yet.
Let's walk and talk.
Maze fires. No. I'll think.
We'll workshop it a bit.
I thought it was a good one.
Cap, Issa, Wix. See you soon.
Alright. Don't die or whatever.
I'll leave the peppers here.
Wix is just looking at. I think. Have you ever thought about putting the juice of it in a drink? Seems like it'd be very good as a cocktail.
Why don't you experiment with
genius.
I think I will. I think I have the thing. He goes off towards his bunk. You just hear him shuffling around looking for something as y'all walk off. And Captain Redfall and Yisha kind of help throw the little ramp back off the edge. Give you nods. Well, like Cap said, don't die. We obviously need these 5 extra hands to get back out through the bay, because we do still have to do that.
You know, we may not have that issue if we figure out that, because I think this is man-made. It all seemed very how would you put it, Lionel?
Linus.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're completely fine. But Linus goes, well, from what I understand here, these are the ruins of super magical place with a lot of fairly smart people. But we are looking for someone who's supposed to be pretty well magically inclined themselves, so we might have an easier job getting out than we had getting in once we got some extra, you know, magic guiding us. That's what I think, at least.
I honestly think that somebody like made a projection, because the projection was not intelligent. It was just like repeating itself.
Yeah, that ghost thing was a little weird, for sure.
Like it was some kind of repeating illusion or something like that. I don't know.
If we can
have
stop
theories,
the
but no
storm in the bay, I'll be famous for more than just that damn fish. We'll. Anyway, good luck. Captain kind of turns away and walks off. But y'all walk down off the edge of the boat back into this cavern littered with broken pieces of boats. Some of them look like they may have purposefully traveled here. Others look to be in bits and pieces and probably just washed in from the bay itself and slowly made their way here and are hardly pieces anymore. It's been quiet as far as the chittering and general not human sounds. But Mayfire kind of steps up. I found something interesting when I was looking around after collecting the components I needed. She kind of waves y'all over, and you kind of snake around the beach a little bit to a section that is glowing purple more than other bits. It looks to have a bit of a concentration of this merqua. And there is a interesting onyx stone obelisk, kind of smack dab in the center of this little beachy section. She's like, this has writing on it. I read a bit of Novarian, the language that this is. It says, a phantom forever stares straight to the ground, but sings sweetly of starlight, she'll look to the sound. I think maybe at one point in time this was some sort of puzzle, because, and she points up and there's just like a giant hole in the ceiling, and you can see the merqua kind of going straight up it. I don't know if that was always open.
No, I don't think it was. I'm not the best with puzzles, but,
You have to have the starlight to sing to. You have to get rid of the plant life somehow. Unfortunately, I don't think that I am in such a way as to be able to do such a thing.
GM, could you throw the actual puzzle text?
Yes, I
chat?
can. I will also say, I think Reverie originally had it, but we'll say, Linus, you currently... Mayfire had given y'all a bracelet, or not, sorry, Fawn had given y'all a bracelet as kind of a good luck. And you notice that it's starting to glow.
Would it be doing that?
What?
The bracelet thingy. That
What color is it glowing?
It's just kind of glowing like a faint kind of, bluish white light, a bit. And you do remember that the only real interesting thing about this that Fawn had pointed out is that it will glow closer to Onyx.
Onyx being a stone of some stripe useful. Wants us to swing. to sing sweetly of the starlight.
What, like that nursery rhyme or something?
Potentially.
Maybe. Well, hey, you got the, you're the best singer here. Maybe just play a tune and we'll see what happens.
I was going to try that, actually, if you'll indulge me a moment.
Oh,
As
please.
this is lute. And I think I'm going to try and sing a song about starlight and see if that changes this disposition at all.
Okay. Roll a performance for me.
I was hoping you might say that. Okay. You girl so fair. Wow, every single time! It's like a running gag!
You start to play, and how this cave is structured, and as you play these tunes, it reverbs kind of back at you, and it starts this weird discordant sound that's just kind of this cacophony of noise. And I would say you know you are playing the song properly, but something about it is incorrect, to the point that this whole cave is making, like, the echoing and everything. It just sounds wrong.
It's because I hear myself and I'm trying to second guess what note I'm supposed to play next and everything.
Yeah, it's just this wild mess.
Does the bracelets seem to react whatsoever?
I'll say do perception or arcana or whatever kind of is your specialty of those two.
Let's go with perception. Dirty 20.
Nice. Throughout the bit of Derrin's song, a couple of times you notice, so the bracelet kind of has one general charm and then more beads that go around it. You noticed other beads within it would kind of light up a little and then like shut off because of the discordance, but it seems like there were certain notes that it was kind of resonating with.
And I'll go up to the good Sir Twinkletoes and I'll say, hey, could you do that E flat again? The bracelets seem to like that one.
Yes, I can try for that. If you had something you want to work on, it'll kind of strum the note a few times to see what reactions you get.
You kind of strum it, and it lights up a bit with each one. And Linus, I'll say you kind of like, touch it, move it around to kind of see. And when you touch it, the noise, like, it's just loud, calming. Think of it like a harp. It's loud, but it's like very soft in a way that it doesn't hurt you. And as it echoes throughout, it gets this just beautiful kind of harmonious sound as it echoes, very different from what the actual playing of the note on the lute sounds. And it seems, and you can you can almost see or feel that this echo and this just like beautiful sound is going like up this like pipe in a way, like it's somehow with how it is circling in this area, like a really nice amphitheater.
Interesting.
I will say, you said E flat. We'll call it an E. What's the note?
Interesting.
Any changes?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say anything changed particularly. I think that,
Wait, so notes are letters?
notes.
Oh yeah, so like going up and down the scale, you got everything from A to, I believe it goes as far as
G.
G. Yeah.
I don't know if that's something that maybe if there's like a
Oh.
word or something. Like, I don't know how music works. I'm just guessing. My intelligence is -1, so.
Oh, mine too. So I'm trying to not only figure out the puzzle, but then also translate it through Linus in a way that works in the game.
Exactly, and that's kind of what I'm doing with Addie as
Works.
well.
Just kind of start If I start plucking through the scale, can we tell what reactions we get with the bracelet?
Yeah, so go ahead, what would be a good skill for this? Because I would say, like, you know, you're trying to, like, perception it, but you're also, like, trying to play properly.
I would think investigation, but that's...
Investigation dexterity.
Yeah, right. Go ahead and do just another performance, and now that your attention is kind of called to what is happening, you would be able to kind of click more with what you're playing and what the reaction is, you know?
Okay. Well, hopefully we can see that. Yay! Look at that!
There we go.
There you go. So, you notice that there are some notes that it kind of like, you know, seems to react to, just in general as you're kind of playing through. But the E is the stronger one. And you kind of start to notice, you know, we'll say there's quite a few beads, you know, it wraps around a bit. That, you know, piano, you got your scale, and it's the next octave. Maybe it's representing kind of the actual octaves, but it's always the E, and it seems like there's 4 separate sections there. But it seems like it would be too easy, you know, to hit the E. They kind of bounce around, and it almost looks like, oh, it's happy, now it's not so happy. So maybe there is a order in which you need to play these.
Oh, it's the four E's there, but we need to play them in a certain order. She forever stares, so you play it straight to the ground. Go flat. Sing sweetly of starlight.
Which are very high. Although,
Then
I
just
guess
look
high
to
and
the
sharp
side.
aren't exactly the same thing.
That's what I was thinking. It's not quite the same. So down, straight. Because also she'll look to the sound. I'm not quite certain I'm not certain how the musical descriptor of that would go. Honestly.
Gotcha. Well, if there are only 4 permutations to play through, theoretically there would only be 16 possible combinations.
And we have a very good idea of the first 2, so that basically cuts it down to what should be only 2 combinations at that point.
We could just... I mean, it shouldn't theoretically take that long to just brute force it, right? From there. Because there's only 8 permutations?
Potentially, if we're talking about it having to play the same note multiple times and permutates, combinations narrows down much more significantly if the notes don't repeat at all. So, yeah, basically at that point we just start gaming out the notes. Figure out what order it fits in. Like we said, we think we've got the first 2. It's basically the last 2 that really are the elusive ones.
I'll take out a quill and a piece of paper and just like write down all the different combos, and then just as Twinkletoes plays through one. If I don't, I'll like look around, tell Simon to pay attention as well. And if there's no real reaction, I'll just cross it out.
Okay. And so you're kind of trying like a different one within each octave in whatever order.
Right, and just going down to
Okay.
list.
So as you're going through, you're getting through the list, and not a lot seems to be doing any sort of reaction. You're getting the pretty sounds, but nothing's really happening. But then you start to notice at one point in time, you start with the E on like the second octave. And the obelisk, some of the text on it starts to kind of light up a little bit. Then you hit the E on the first octave and a little bit more comes up. But then when you like switch to the third or the fourth, the color drains out of it. And it seems like you've pretty much know second octave, first octave. But then after that, it must repeat because a 3 and a 4 is not working. I'm so 3, 1. Let me read my own notes properly. I'm so sorry.
That actually is really yeah. So it's not 2 or 4 don't track.
Yeah, so you do the third E, you do the first E, happy, but then when you try the second or the fourth, it goes blah blah blah.
Okay.
Powers down.
So it's 3 1. Would it be 3 1 3 4? Or is it 3 1 3 3?
Let me make sure I'm reading my notes right before I... Now we've said so many... I should not ever put puzzles in that have numbers because I have dyslexia with numbers that calculate, and it just...
Yeah.
They mumble in my head. Okay.
Dyscalculia, yeah.
Yeah. You do the 3, the third octave. Hit the E. Beautiful sounds. It starts to glow a little on the obelisk. You do the first octave E. It starts to glow a little. You do the second octave E. It starts to glow a little. But then when you try the fourth, it crashes. That is proper. I'm not mixing up numbers in my head.
So if it's 3 1 2, is it 3 1 2 3 then?
Drum it and find out, I guess.
Yep. Try 3 1 2 3.
3, 1, 2, 3.
So 3 1 2 1.
Have to be 3 1 2 1 at that point.
You do 3, 2, or 3. What the words, numbers you just said? I'm gonna stop trying.
Yes.
Yeah.
You go and you hit the E on the first octave, and the melody, or the harmony of this bracelet resounds as these notes kind of softly ring out, and the reverb kind of, it almost makes it seem like other notes are starting to get played in, and it's this like really peaceful kind of lullaby. This like noise builds and builds and builds of this like angelic sound. The light fills up the obelisk, and all of you feel your feet leave the ground. You're weightless and rising with a very gentle lifting breeze. Your momentum picks up, and you soon fly uncontrollably towards the jagged stalactites hanging high above you. You all feel like you're in a free fall, this terminal velocity. The wind is kind of rushing all around you. Mayfire screaming. And moments before you looks like you're about to be dashed against these sharp rocks, a bright light flashes and you slow down. And then suddenly you're carefully floating towards a rock protrusion near the ceiling and are placed softly at the entrance to that large tunnel, and gravity begins to act normal again.
Patty looks over the edge and is just like, that was weird.
That went far better than it could have.
I've never flown before.
I was hoping we were just going to get to use the potions. I was just like, how are we going to get 300 feet up in the air to then get to the tunnel? I didn't think we would fly to the tunnel. Oh.
Breathe. Breathe. Okay? It's just like deep swimming. When you come up for air, you have to breathe slowly. Otherwise, your chest is going to explode.
She's like holding her breath now.
Is
No.
that how that works?
Yeah, if you swim up too fast, your chest will hurt really, really bad. Unless you're like acclimatized to it. Yeah.
Well, good job. That was some good plan.
I couldn't have figured it out without you pointing out the bracelet. That was wonderful work. Thank you.
I'm just here to help people along.
Wonderfully.
All right. So, should we like leave a rope for Lelbeth to catch up? We should probably do a note or a rope.
Yeah, that'd be a lot simpler.
That's smart. Mayfire kind of like pulls one out of her bag and just like ties it off to one of the stalagmites, I guess now, since y'all are
Yes.
on a ground level
Maybe-
again.
Pointing up is might, pointing down is tight
There you
because
go.
it's holding on tight.
There you go. And
Geology
drops
class,
it in.
8th
Deeper
grade.
ground.
Hey. But you now see a dark and narrow tunnel lies in front of you, a little distance. In the distance, a blue glow kind of emanates from an immense cavern beyond that. You take a breath of a freshwater mist. It's revitalizing your senses, a desperately needed change from the suffocating, sickly, sweet essence of the Merkwa. The sound of rushing water and muffled voices echo far in the distance. They seem to have a bit of a cheerful tune. Let me transition our scene here. Let me get to the right section
That
here.
is so cool.
So pretty. Love it. But yeah, you hear the sound of voices. You hear laughing. You hear conversation, a little bit of music, slight drum beat. A lot of people. Off in the distance, what would you like to do?
I'm not the only one hearing that, right?
No, that definitely sounds like some folks having a good time.
Indeed. There's not supposed to be a settlement down here, is there?
Mayfire?
I mean, not one that we thought was still in existence.
Let me double check my notes here. Yeah, long abandoned, desolate, and devoid of all life was the description.
Well, I suppose we can knock that one off.
Do we do you think can we sneak up and see if maybe they might be friendly before we like just brazenly walk in and maybe get eaten by cannibals or something? I don't know.
It's funny, my mind immediately jumped to cannibal halflings as soon as you said
Hey.
I mean-
yeah.
There's
Way to
not
go,
much to eat
skeptic.
here.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's creep on forward and try not to make too much noise.
Sounds good to me.
Everyone do a stealth roll for me, please.
Linus will go, hey, Simon, buddy, let's go with the house shoes. And Simon will just like compress himself down to make like this, basically these two like Dr. Scholl insoles that fit on the bottom of Linus' shoes, and he's gonna give me the help action.
Yes. Sweet buddy. Alright. Oh, I guess I should see how Mayfire's doing, huh?
Thank goodness other people did really well, because I got a nat 1.
Yeah. She's got a 22 with her plus. So, we'll say you kind of start to walk, and Addie, you're pretty tall, aren't you?
I'm pretty tall, but also there's fresh water here, and if there is a waterfall, that might make Addie's breath catch, because it's been a long time since I've seen fresh water this way since my kingdom was. I'm sorry, what? Anyway.
So you all kind of start to sneak down out of the cave and towards this blue glow. All of you being pretty quiet as you get to the edge. Addie, you are immediately just mind blown. The Mayfire has to grab you to keep you from walking off the edge and kind of pull you back as you'll kind of hunker down on the ground as this cavern opens up to a spectacle beyond wonder. Waterfalls cascade down the face of the rock walls and pour endlessly into cold cosmic pools. You can see Mirkwood glowing everywhere, hanging from the heights in shimmering beauty. The path leads to a stone staircase that curves over the glowing pools up to a rocky plateau. In the center of the room, suspended in space, huge boulders hang as if held by some powerful field of weightlessness. On the plateau, you see 2 armored guards, both holding longswords. They stand on either side of the focal point of the room, 2 profoundly massive iron doors. Both rest on long tracks, and on the side, stone gears connect drags of ropes to disappear into the center of both doors. A circular pendant of a figure riding a steed is on the side, and a cloaked figure holding a staff on the other. The doors are half open, revealing an internal expanse of green light and mist through the gap.
Addie gets a little bit teary-eyed because it reminds me of home.
I don't know. None of this should be here?
And yet it is.
And yet it is.
So do I want to go inside? Do we do a we come in peace?
Are these guards humanoid, or what are we? Can we make out?
Do a quick perception check for me.
Perception. Sure. Natural 20.
Hey.
Yeah.
You were smart enough to think to grab one of the looking glasses from the ship as you were heading off, and you zoom in on them. They look elven and build, slender, tall, pointy ears, but they have pale blue skin and this just stark white hair. You can see that they have this kind of ornate aquatic kind of armor, and their weaponry also kind of goes along that same theme, of it looks to be lighter armor. You can swim in it, tridents, very water themed. Also with similar kind of etchings and such on the armor, as you can maybe see on some of the parts of the door that seem to kind of tie them to this whole area.
So, forgive me if I'm wrong, but aren't the elves supposed to be gone from here? Like they left or disappeared or what have you?
I think the thing is, everything is kind of supposed to be gone.
We thought just Gilgazo was still hiding down here, not a civilization of laughing people.
But why would they be hiding down here? Were they run off? Was there like a tragedy that they wanted to isolate themselves?
Or they decided to leave for one reason or another and have finally come back. Now they want their city back.
Well, why don't we go ask them? I mean, they probably know, right?
They probably do, but I also am worried that this might be a bad idea, but I honestly can't think of specific reasons why at this point.
They may or may not be used to humanoid intruders. That might be why.
Well, they kind of had their entrance guarded by a dragon spider, so...
Yeah. I mean, if...
Oh, you don't think that thing was like their pet or something, huh?
I could almost guarantee it.
But it was corrupted.
Oh, no.
Yes, there's a lot of Merkwa around here.
I mean,
But
there's
not in
floating
here.
boulders. If they can do that, maybe they're the ones controlling the water to the bay, too.
Probably. I mean, if this is all supposed to be connected. I guess.
I'm either gonna really like them or really hate them, depending on what we learn.
At this point, we can either sit around here talking and speculating, or we can go talk to them, or try and figure out a way past them.
But let's backtrack a little so they don't see us, and then come around the corner like we're exploring and have not been spying on them.
Seems
Or
like a good
something.
idea.
Makes sense to me.
So yeah, we'll go ahead and slip back around the corner and make casual.
Awesome.
No fly casual.
Yes.
Alrighty. Okay, so you're gonna just kind of walk in, just... Oh, what a beautiful place. I've
yeah.
never been here before.
Oh,
Just-
look at that, a floating rock. Could ever think of such a magical thing?
Which is, unironically, how Linus would probably do this anyway, so he's completely fine with it.
Yeah. Addie is still like staring wistfully at the waterfalls. And just like, yeah.
You walk the winding path in. One of the little sections that you walk by is kind of, as you come down, kind of encompassed in a big rock. You know, it's a small little tunnel that you come through the other side, and the waterfall, Addie, kind of splits over the pathway, so you kind of like walk between this water, and it's cold. And you look down into this pool that it's landing in, and it's deep, dark water. You can't see the bottom. You can't see through. The Merkwa kind of glows and twinkles in it. It almost looks like just constellations down in this water from all of the reflections everywhere.
I reach out and I touch the waterfall as we go through.
Yeah, I do like a whole Pocahontas moment, you know, through the colors of the wind here. And as you walk through, the guards now kind of notice y'all, and they just kind of stand up straight. You know, they're just like, we're relaxed, we're on duty, no one's here. And then they see people and they kind of,
Well, hiya there, folks. So this is not exactly the location I would have thought that we could make some new friends, but hopefully I'll be proven wrong. My name is Linus Poodle. I'm son of Jacomonthus and Franhesca Poodle. It's nice to meet you. This is my good friend Simon, and these are my other traveling compatriots. I just, we came to this place looking for someone, and we're a little surprised to find people here, as we didn't think there were any.
well, then I take that you do not have an invitation to the
Ooh.
Reverie Fantastica.
No.
But we
Nah,
have a
I
performer
don't.
with us.
Ta-da!
Vil and one of them kind of looks to the other. We're not supposed to let anyone in that does not have an invitation.
There's someone we can talk to inquire about our missing person that we were trying to get in touch with.
I don't. Who's
We
this?
can wait out here. Well,
What's the name of the guy? Because I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm here for my own reasons.
Mayfire just kind of. Gilgasso?
so we're looking for Gilgasso. We need their help.
That explains why you do not have an invitation. I assume he forgot. Help? From Gilgasso?
Yeah.
He's so fun that needs help.
Well, then maybe we can help him before he helps us. What's he need help with?
Everything. The guy kind of like kind of snickers on the side.
Like Whitey everything, like smarts everything. I don't.
He's too smart for his own good. Doesn't quite, he lets that get ahead of him. Vil, there's a lot in it. I don't want to air out his dirty laundry. But, Vil,
Can we try to persuade them to air out the dirty laundry?
sure, go for it.
I want to do that with my knowledge of how guards work.
Okay.
No!
He's like,
Wait, I have inspiration!
You do.
Ha! Ha! I'm gonna use my inspiration and reroll. Right?
Do it.
That's how the GM inspiration works?
That's how the GM inspiration works. Yep. Yeah, so everyone remember, you do have one GM inspo. Oh!
Nope.
I mean,
I
it's
just...
not a 1.
It's not a
It's
1,
not
but
a
it's still pretty bad. The dice gods hate me today.
What?
They're just like, you should have died last encounter. Here you go. So yeah, basically like, I mean, it must be pretty boring. Oh wait, yeah, no, that's exactly what I do.
Did you
I
have my
accidentally
voice?
start mimicking them.
They're like,
I accidentally start mimicking them and just be like, must be pretty boring out here.
do not get what you're doing here. Are you mimicking
Wait.
me? Are you making fun of me?
I am so sorry that happens to me sometimes. It happens when I talk to dolphins and whales and people with other accents. I am so sorry. I did not mean to. I'm gonna shut up now. Mm-hmm.
Also, so forgiving things. We would love to help him out any way we can.
Kind of looks through the door, looks at his buddy. His buddy's just like, give me one persuasion from you there, Twinkle Toes.
Yeah, I can persuade. I'm that kind of bard, alright? Not that kind of bard. Let's re-roll with some inspiration, please. Just to be sure. I am that kind of
Yay!
bard. Really, I am. Truly.
Well, it does make sense that Gilgazo would forget your invitation, and I don't think anyone could blame us. It is a very common thing. We will let you in, but if you cause any trouble, we will kill you.
Fair enough.
The one that's been real silent, stoic, like puts a hand on their long sword and kind of like people eyebrows you for a second.
Owlbear Cub's honor. We're not here to cause any trouble. We don't want any.
Okay. Well. I do not know what an owlbear is, but you seem very adamant about what you're saying. So, I will let you in. But again, I do not forget the face. And I would hate to have to... you
Hear
know?
that, Simon? So be on your best behavior.
I will definitely not forget that one.
Certainly hope not. I do a lot to make this face work every single day.
Well, enjoy the reveille fantastico.
Thank you, and hopefully the shift will change soon and you'll get a chance to enjoy it yourselves.
Likely story.
We'll put in a word for you if we can.
If you can get me off of this shift, I will cover all of your drinks today. Let me just say. It is a tall ask.
No promises, but if I can. Because
Okay.
you've been so gracious.
Well,
He looks like they want to say something, but remembers that they said to keep their mouth shut. So, points and is like, name, get a name.
Oh, and just to make sure that I do get it right, your name, please.
Simon.
Simon. Thank you, Simon. I'm Derrin. See, there we go.
This
We
is
have
Bob?
rapport. Bob. Bob. Very good. Simon and Bob. Wonderful. Bob, you're wonderful. You know, lovely. Hang around with your friend. We'll see if we can get you break time. Thank you. And we start edging past them. Thank you so much.
All right. They scoot by, kind of the doors pull open a little bit, and slowly kind of close behind you as you step through this kind of fissure in the rock wall and enter into the sea of green. Glinting crystal chandeliers hang from the heights along with black and orange lanterns. Waterfalls still spilling from above and pool in glass-bottomed overhangs, hosting several people bathing and relaxing in the bubbling froth. This paradise abounds with lush ferns and moss, with flora bursting from every crevice in the walls. Everywhere, folks are gathered in small groups, some sitting at tables, others lounging on sprawling beds. At the bar in the center of the room surrounds a geodesic sphere made from translucent crystal, and at its center, a wooden ball covered in roots and merkwa. Shelves line the sphere's circumference and are stocked to the brim with colorful spirits, flasks of potions, and vats of smoke. Next to the bar, a gargantuan rock suspended in mid-air plays host to a band performing for those relaxing on the blankets on the lawn. An archway and a small iron door, barred and locked, provide the only exit from this room apart from the front gates you just entered through. Next to the lagoon, an old man sitting atop a mound of pillows speaks to folks gathered around the bottom. Although distant, the old man's booming voice tells a tale. His animated voice echoes across the cavern. Moments later, a ticking rings out for a moment, followed by a booming thud reverberating throughout the hall. The band stops playing, and everyone goes silent. A loud hissing sound heralds green and gold sparkling mist seeping out from the vents dug in the side of the rock walls. The mist flutters down and fills the entire room. Everyone is still and motionless and frozen for a moment before the band shatters the silence and the crowd continues to party as if nothing has happened. And with that, Mamie, would y'all want to take a quick little bio break as we enter this wonderful area to see what we got going? 15-ish, everybody.
Sounds
We
good.
will
Yep, that works.
make sure I do this right. Okay, we will see y'all back in just a moment. Hello, hello. We are back in the Eternal Eden, under the Broken Top Mountains, just past the Broken Top Bay, where you have fought monsters, diseased animals, the elements themselves. To find a bunch of people just having a really chill party. Like, they're lounging on poolside beds and drinking and hearing tales. There was like a weird gold mist that fell from some ventilation system, and that was weird, but there's music playing. Well, they're having a really good time down there. And thankfully, Simon and Bob let you in. Hold on. You want a real satisfying ASMR? Let's see if I can do it. I did it. I love sparkling water. It gives really good pts for me.
It's so fizzy. I'm also drinking my sparkling water. Cheers.
I have my sparkling water. I have to have multiple drinks at all given points in time. And a new cider I'm very excited about.
Amazing.
Excellent.
But what would y'all like to do as you have walked through the schism in the wall, through these iron gates into this hidden paradise?
Yeah, Linus is just gonna kind of walk in and go, so I think, Mayfire, you're gonna have to update your notes on this place.
She's just like scribbling. Yeah. There's a band playing on a floating rock.
Mm-hmm. The vibe is very much not, abandoned.
Yeah, I was saying, of all the things I was expecting to find
A
out here,
band.
rock band was not one of them.
Addie is just like breathless with this place. And like, unless you poke at them, they're just like following kind of absently, probably holding on to the top of Simon because, you know.
Anytime Addie gets like stuck looking at something and stops walking, Simon will just like grab up to the wrist and like pull you with.
So, what's our play here? Are we like party goers? Do we? There's a bar. There's a pool. There's an old guy over there.
I think the old guys who we're looking for.
I feel like it is.
And as much as I would love to go join people in the pool, we're on the clock. So I think grab a drink, because this feels like a party where you want a drink in your hand, otherwise you look weird. So grab a drink and then we'll go see what the old man's talking about. And maybe we can find out if that gold mist will get you really high, because that would be really great right now. But questions for later.
Okay. Works for me.
Sounds like a good place to start.
Okay. You kind of continue walking through, passing some people kind of sitting in this grassy area. That's the other thing too, is like this is green grass and the nice green glow and green ferns and normal water. Like there is the Merkwa along that kind of wooden spherical thing, but for the most part this is just like the flourishing lush cavern. And you see some people sitting in the grass, you know, having a drink, reading a book. Some other people, like, over here playing, like, little lawn games. There's some people just, you know, kind of lounging as if they're tanning, but just enjoying the warmth of this cave. And you make it up to the bar, where a bartender, a human man, walks up. He's kind of short and stout, has this frizzy hair, wears colorful velvet robes. That was hard to say. And he kind of walks up to y'all and is like, well, welcome. What new to the party? I don't remember y'all. My name is Zan. I'll be your bartender for the evening, or one of them. There's a few of us, but this is the best bar because it's my bar.
Well, I hear that. Hi, Zan. How you doing? My name is Linus Poodle. This is my friend Simon and my traveling compatriots. We're looking for a particular friend of ours. I can't remember the name, but Linus wouldn't forget.
Gilgazo.
Yes. Gilgazo. We're looking for a Mr. Gilgazo. If you could just point us in the direction, and maybe we can repay the kindness by indulging in only this bar for our stay here.
That sounds wonderful. Yeah, he is over there, and he kind of points to the old man that's sitting atop these cushions. You notice that his hand kind of slips out from the velvet robes, and he has on this odd glove contraption where it almost looks like when you make like a cosplay glove that has like retractable claws or gears for cyberware kind of stuff. It kind of looks like that, where it's, his hand is functioning and then it has little joints that go up, and it's kind of like this rope that seems to go into like these little spools that sit on top, and it's just like this really shimmery, silvery kind of thread that goes through it. It does, like, his hand seems fine and functioning. It doesn't look like any sort of brace, but it's just it stands out as he points over towards him. That'd be that fellow over there. You're definitely gonna want a drink. Maybe one with caffeine. He likes to talk a lot.
I put down a gold on the bar. And
thank you kindly.
So something for caffeine, maybe, I guess. Also would love to know about that contraption. That looks interesting.
What?
On your hand.
I don't remember getting this.
Oh, cool.
Really?
Caffeine though.
Caffeine. Yes.
Tea?
Tea. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a hot toddy would be great.
Okay.
For me, at least.
Okay. I can do that.
For me, whatever the most alcoholic local drink you have, and the sweeter the better, please.
Okay, I can do that. And he kind of like turns around, starts mixing up drinks. You can see he just puts like a little kettle in this like bright red hot stone that starts to kind of warm up the tea. Make it for another one. He just like pulls out this kind of like clear-ish green liquid and does like a drop of it, and then what looks to just be like water and simple sugar or like simple syrup. It's like, this is all you're gonna need. And kind of mixes the other and turns around. One of you wanted the hot toddy. One wanted tea. Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, I want to remember all of this.
Oh, yeah.
How long have you been here?
I don't know. It's been a bit. Full disclosure, I have a horrible memory. It's a thing I've been struggling with more and more lately. So, good chance I'm gonna forget y'all's orders and who you are. So just remind me when you come back.
Okay.
Mhm.
I will remind you that there is a gold piece in your vest that I gave you.
Hey, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
you just put it right back there. Yeah,
Mhm.
cool.
I'm
Great.
Zan, by the
So-
way.
Hi, Zan. I'm, you're not gonna remember my name. I'm Pretty.
Nice to meet you, pretty.
Thanks.
Not accurate.
Ah, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. I have tea.
Thank you very much, Zan. Here, for your troubles, and slides a couple more gold pieces across the bar to him.
Oh, I. How many drinks did I give you?
Just the one, but I expect more will be coming later. Thank you.
I'm gonna put it in the same pocket.
Yeah, that's good.
Good plan.
Yeah.
Linus will clear his throat, and then just drink the hot toddy in one go.
Nice.
That'll wake you up. Yeah.
That is one way to do it. I guess I have this like black tea or lichen tea,
Yeah.
and you know, being that I know I might be fighting, and also I want to be like conscious. I'm like, I don't want any alcohol right now.
Yeah, Derrin's nursing his drink slowly. The practice performance of somebody who has had to make the drink last the night. Because you need to keep your voice going. But you also don't want to be impolite and not be the only person teetotaling in the room. So
Yeah. As you drink it, it very much tastes kind of like you got like a coffee that has like the salted sweet cream kind of foam on it, where it's like that sweet salty thing. That's kind of what your taste with it, but you have that like warmth in you when you drink, as if you just like drank a whiskey straight. Like you kind of have that like niceness, but then this like really sweet taste.
we need to figure out how to get a bottle of this out with me. Hopefully. Maybe. We'll see.
Alrighty. Mayfire just gets like a water. Is also just in awe, looking around and writing things.
Derek kind of quirks an eyebrow at the order for water. We don't have a designated carriage driver. I suppose.
I don't gotta write things down. My spelling gets very bad when I drink.
Does everybody have like a handkerchief or a scarf or something? I'm a little suspicious of the that burst and the memory thing.
Handkerchief, you say?
That's
And
smart.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
take my shirt and put it over my nose whenever I notice that.
Derrin pulls like 3 or 4 handkerchiefs out of his pocket. He may not have had them when we started this whole thing, but prestidigitation is fantastic.
Yes.
Perfect.
Do we like Mayfire looks a little starstruck? Do we like just go talk to him? Do we just go up there? Like can we just walk up there?
I assume since a lot of people are gathered around, there's nothing stopping us.
I mean, do you want to make an introduction to make us sound more important?
I don't know how we would go about doing that, because it either goes one of 2 ways. Either these people are going to be shocked we're even in the door to begin with, or they just will not give a fuck. Unless we are, the king of, the 7th kingdom.
Well, also, since we technically don't have an invitation, maybe drawing more attention to ourselves isn't the best idea.
We did say we wouldn't cause trouble, so...
Let's just go say hi.
Okay. Mayfire kind of starts scurrying forward.
I'll walk over, and as we're walking, I'll look down at Simon a couple times and go, "No, yeah, and I Right. I tell you what, we'll give it a try. Simon wants to take the lead on this one. I don't know if this guy speaks slime, but
All
he
right.
says he never gets to start any conversation, so.
We'll let him give it a try then.
All right. So y'all start to walk through, this time through a little area in between the pools, a little bit of a mist kind of from the waterfalls, like frothing down in these pools that people are sitting in, misting the area, and it's nice and cool and fresh smelling. You see, as you kind of go through, there's another section where this older woman, she looks to be about her like 70s or so, ties her hair up with just like a piece of rope and starts doing like bow and arrow tricks, like, you know, the standing on her hands and like shooting with her feet and all the crazy talented things people can do. And you go, you know, further with some more people just kind of sitting around and talking. A couple, I mean, for the most part, everyone's like just enjoying life, just like laying back, chilling, having a great time. A couple of people maybe kind of note that you're there, not like standoffish, but note someone new, maybe like nod and smile as you walk by or raise a glass. And you get closer to Gilgazo, where there's a few people kind of sitting on the grass around him. Like I said, he's on this just like 3 feet tall mound of pillows, and he's sitting on top just like cross-legged talking. And you overhear the story he is telling. If you want to turn up your volume.
I awoke from a nap
Alchemy
on the southern
things.
end of a Carcian green. A deep woodland between Fours Mountain and Twimble River. I couldn't remember how I got there, but I woke with misery in the head, and I only feel this way after I pass out drinking strawberry wine. Oh, how I do love that wine, though. I hiked a short distance through the tangled wood and thicket and came upon a clearing in the forest. The morning mist blanketed a grass hill poking out of the ground. I felt drawn to the knoll for no particular reason. Perhaps I thought I had been here before. As I staggered closer, my feet still feeling the strawberry wine, I began to whistle a melody, and a song was drawn from my lips, beyond my control. I spotted a shadowy hole dug into the side of the hill, and when I got to the hole's edge, I heard the same melody stir again from deep within. I whistled down into the hollow and felt a breeze rush up from the dark nothing. And then, with the faintest echo, the melody called back to me. I then admonished the candleflies inside the cage atop my staff, where they come and go as they please, mind you, to light the way. Then I crawled into the hole to follow the sweet, silent call. For hours I squeezed through the cramped tunnel. Occasionally the packed dirt would give way to a slick mudslide, and it turns out sliding is a lot faster than squeezing. Eventually, the tunnel opened up to a path that I could walk on. It snaked and split into different directions. When I'd reached a fork in the path, I'd whistle the melody, and when I heard a response, I'd follow the sound. With each intersection, the tune grew louder. But let me tell you, I could have grown a field of pumpkins in the time it took me to find the source of the melody. I would stop to sleep in the burrowed-out cubbyholes along the way, eat potcha root, which grew aplenty down there, and drink from regenerative water pouches of lindemann bugs. It kept me alive. Oh, but is it ever slimy going down? I travelled through the labyrinth, following the sound as it grew louder. Eventually, the tunnel widened, and I came to a ledge. My eyes glistened with tears, and my heart fluttered in my chest, which usually only happens when I discover there's an open bar at the betrothing ceremony. I stood on a precipice, looking out into an enormous cavern. Stalactites hung in the darkness, and a flaming torch lit up the entire area. I marveled at the sprawling underground city below me, and wondered what beings could inhabit such a mystical empire. Could it be dwarves? A new form of goblins? A people that genuinely care for their community and things that grow? I muttered a quick vision spell, and through it I glimpsed a nearby pond where a boat was about to set sail, and upon that boat I saw a small bushy tail on the rear of a nut-brown body, and as I scanned the landscape I saw that the town was occupied by rabbits. I stood there in utter astonishment and watched the place bustle around me. Buildings had been built along the outer walls, some massive, towering, like the lookout at Syriad, with warrens filling in the spaces between them. I gazed upon entire neighborhoods, complete with parks, community gardens, lakes, and even a school where small bunnies would read books and play games. I assumed the melody had called me to this city, and I expected it to end there. To my surprise, I heard it resound in the distance beyond the city. I found a narrow stairway and made my way across the town, through the alleys, and passing by communities and shops. Rabbits were shopping, working, arguing, and embracing, while the young ones ran about, playing and making trouble. It was such a sight. It took me a moment to realize they weren't concerned by my presence. It wasn't like I was wearing my invisibility cloak. I save that for times I'm in public and my jokes flop. Anyway, several of the rabbits acknowledged me, nodding politely and continuing on their way. I simply had no effect upon their daily lives, and that felt odd and beautiful. Finally, I reached the fringe of their city. The melody ceased, and I came upon an immense castle sitting atop a hill, perched high above its domain. Of course, being as tall as I am, I could see over the moat's wall as rabbit guards assembled behind its gates, bracing for my arrival. Then I heard a different sound, a whistle that dropped from high to low in a cascading octave. The whole city fell silent. I wanted to speak, but I knew my words would not suffice, so I repeated the whistle. The melody returned, just as it did when it called me down the tunnel, and then a rabbit's voice called out, "What druid are you? One who heard the wind song and called to us down in our domain?" she asked. "I am called Gilgazo," I answered. You must know that this rabbit was not speaking in our common tongue, and for me to answer by using my voice was indeed good enough reason for her to open the gate. I saw before me a beautiful black rabbit with deep auburn eyes and a crown of silver atop her head. She stood up on her hind legs and stepped toward me with grace and authority. "Well, Gilgazo, welcome to the Rabbit Kingdom of Aetherra." She invited me in through her castle doors, and together we supped.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. So I got a 15 on perception.
10 on insight. Simon is going to just like shuffle up and kind of like, if there's not enough room for his cuboid form, he will just like bump into people. Um, and I mean, Simon just speaks ooze, so he'll just go up and like burble at this person.
Can, oh, can you understand me now? Ha! 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 See? Look at that, Linus. He understands me. Hi. My friends are looking for you. Oh, well, technically my name is Gromular, but the tall guy over there, he calls me Simon. Oh, thank you. That's what I thought.
Oh, hey. Sorry, I see he moved some people out of the way. Sorry about that. He gets excited. Oh, you got the full name. Yeah. So, hey, my name's Linus. I don't know how much Simon told you, but that's well, you've already met Simon / Gromnabular. And these are my other compatriots, and we've been looking for you for a bit here. If you don't mind giving us just a minute of your time to talk a bit.
We did have a little bit of food, but thank you very much for your hospitality.
Indeed.
To what do I owe the pleasure? Yeah, I hate that phrase too. It's fine.
It's formalities. But you don't seem like one who's much for formalities, Gilgazo.
I know, right? It's so and you're just like you just want people to be real with you. Exactly. Oh, I like you already, I think. Oh, I'm Addie, Silvercrest. Nice to meet you. Well, so outside of the Eternal Eden, there's some troubles that we could really use some insight and or help with. And with yeah, uh
You have it down to the day?
so forgive me, I have questions about this place. 'Cause um is this like a well-kept secret that nobody's supposed to know about that we kind of stumbled into looking for you or uh I, is this a lost people? I'm confused and fascinated. Th- So wait, were these people here before you got here or did they come after you got here? And was the rabbit thing like an actual thing that happened here or was this a different place? Ah, it was a good story. Yeah, tell me about it. Well, that's a thing I might be able to help you with if we can figure out some things. But my stuff is a little more personal to me, and these folks are in it for a bit bigger cause. So I'll let my fair companions do the thing. I have talked a lot, and I normally don't, so I'm.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's basically most of it. Is you've been gone for a while, from what I understand. Very nice place, by the way. I can understand wanting to be here for a long time. Um, but there's just
Are you trapped here? In what kind of sense? Why is he keeping you here?
yeah.
An
Oh,
ailment.
that'll do it.
You can get addicted to Aether?
Well, that's that Aether stuff there was actually part of what we wanted to come talk to you about. There's a couple of different things that are, well, we can call it problematic for now, but and I'll hold up this uh very wrapped up vial that I'll undo the cloth around, and it's a vial of the moss. Say, um this is one of the first things that we were worried about. Is this moss is kind of growing out of control outside of here. Magic stuff. Yeah, yeah, we noticed that bit. Um, although you saying it's a byproduct of getting Aether, and it makes me think that Aether probably isn't going to be the best thing to try and clean it up with. Well,
No.
either way, it's stuff like that. So we also heard from the guards that there may be a couple of things that you need assistance with. So maybe we can do sort of a squid pro squid thing here, so that we're all, you know, coming out winners on this.
It was Squid Pro Squirrel, but yeah.
Oh, sure. Well, now that Well, I figure if you're all done with your fighting off your ailment, we can probably just leave, yeah? Hmm. Can I make an insight
Do
check?
I know where that is? Okay. I'll... Yeah, yeah. If can I do nature? Okay, cool. Okay, well, it's an 8, so no, probably not. I know a lot of underwater realms, but not on land realms. I'm also half like above the table. I'm also half thinking, oh, can I take this kingdom over? No one's here. I've lost my home. These people need a leader. Was this what I was born for? I do know. Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Redfin, that's his name.
Roger. Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna say, well, if we're gonna be traveling with you, I just want to do just like a quick health check on you just to make sure that everything's like okay, since you said you had to deal with a whole thing. Hopefully that isn't too much of an issue. It's not a super invasive test or check or anything like that. You won't be able to breathe, but that'll only be for like 5 or so seconds. I'll stick my hand in Simon and come away with it just like coating up to my wrist, and I'll place it over his mouth and nose. And the slime just starts to like trail into his respiratory system for a second, and I'm going to cast Detect Poison and Disease. Uh, Yeah, let me read it off for you. For the duration, you can sense the presence and location of poisons, poisonous creatures, and diseases within 30 feet of you. So technically, it's a whole radius. That was just a flavor thing. The spell penetrates most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. And I also know the kind of poison, poisonous creature, or disease in each case. And I like to think that after essentially like as the spell's being cast, it's just like Simon or Linus just like, all right, and now I know, yeah, it's pretty cold. It's kind of Simon runs a little low. Just clear your throat for me, and you should feel it start just draining back out. And it's disgusting. It's terrible. Um, and then Linus will just get down on the floor and like look at it to see how green it remains. Kind of like a petri dish type deal. Oh, I appreciate that. I try and offset the more eldritch qualities of my traveling compatriot. No. Mhm. Roll well, Simon or Linus, whichever one you are. 14? That's not terrible. Mhm. Can I also, taking a cue from how uncomfortable Addie was earlier, can I look up at where the ventilation is coming out from and see if see if that gives off any vibes? I guess it might not be misting right now, but
The on hearing the boom covers their nose and mouth.
oh goodness gracious.
Constitution. Who keeps that around?
Me.
I am not
Oops.
proficient in
That's not with
Constitution.
advantage. I need to save it. Throw another one.
Addie, where'd you go
Three.
to get the save?
So,
Hooray.
if on skills and abilities,
Yeah.
you click on con, and then under when it comes up for save, if you drag it up, it'll do advantage.
Thank you.
So ignore my other one because I was using it to. But anyway, it's 23 for me.
Oh no, poor Mayfire. That's really, really cool. You should be taking lots more notes.
Derrin, you said that you had some extras of those handkerchiefs. You might want to.
I gave her one, and she just kind of. Yes, that's very good. You should tie that around so that everybody can see what a good fashion icon you can be. Uh, we can fix that. He waves his hand over it, and it's a different color. Fantastic. You look great, Mayfire. Just hang on to that. We're going to do well with that. Fantastic. I would I would love to go for a swim, and you going for a swim would be really good, but we've got to get this done first.
You know what? I think that hallway leads to a private pool. Right. That's absolutely right. And so let's go and head down there.
Yeah.
Derrin, how tall are you? Like, is she leaning on your head?
How tall is Mayfire?
Okay.
Oh yeah, he's like 5'7", 5'8".
Oh, okay. So, all right. Well, Addie will just be like, I want to get this done. I no longer like it here, but I also kind of want to take it over. So I'm going.
I like this place, but we have other things we need to do first. So, and he'll kind of like guide Mayfire towards the door as well.
Hey, as we're walking away, Linus will turn and go, any idea what's going on with the gold mist? I noticed you didn't really want to breathe it in there. What it is? Right, yeah, no idea, anybody. Totally, I gotcha.
It's for the party. It's wonderful. We'll talk about it later.
Is the person we saw earlier that seemed to be speaking to no one? Is there a person there now? No. There's something hinky going on here.
Don't like it. It's
Oh.
magic. I don't like it.
I mean, I assumed all the people here were illusory up until Gazu started begging us to get him out of here.
Something
Yeah. Let's
hinky.
but I wonder, like, I want to watch the guards and see if the guards are flickering. Of course not. No reason whatsoever. This is why I also have taken out my, security buffer sword. For no reason whatsoever. I have a sneaking suspicion that most of the people who are real people are the ones that have weapons.
That sounds thoroughly unsurprising.
So, private pool, wink, wink, private pool, and I say wink, wink out loud.
Oh yes, that's the way to go about it. Yes, we need to get there without arousing suspicion. So look like you're having a good time. Laugh. Like I just told a really good joke.
Oh,
Perfect. As we're like
Derrin,
making
you
our way.
silly bastard.
I lean on Linus, just like we're having a great old time.
Comedy.
take a big showy sip of the drink and kind of sway a little bit, leaning towards Mayfire, and but always kind of yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We're going swimming in the pool, just this way.
It's so pretty here. It really is. Mm-hmm. And the music is amazing.
Mhm.
Um,
I mean, we're just trying to make it
yeah.
through the door first, and then from there, if that doesn't work, if we can't initially just kind of like crack the door on our first go, we'll figure something out from there. Basically, trying to do this without causing any sort of ruckus, because this is a bad place to
Because,
have a fight.
yeah, severely outnumbered,
It would harsh everybody's vibe if we started a fight here.
would harsh everybody's vibe. You are correct.
Acting.
Dirty 20.
I'm checking to see if I've got anything to help. Nope. Okay. Okay, not terrible. Not failing this time.
Dude, am I a thievery type of person?
Well, I know how to pick a lock or two, but generally I find it to be pretty rude to go into someone's stuff if they're not aware that you're gonna be doing it.
No, we'd need a Lelbeth.
I'm proficient in thieves tools.
Yeah, I am not proficient in thieves' tools. Not that kind of bard.
I'm only proficient in water vehicles and navigation tools. I turn around. I turn around and show off my hand axes and the hammer that's careful, careful. Yeah, Wix gets mad at me if I don't sharpen them every night. Uh, Yeah, so Wix is a person and he's quartermaster and yells at me when I don't keep my weapons in good condition. So, yeah. But I I do like to rumble. Uh y- y- yeah.
I'll go. Well, let me give it a crack before we do anything here, and sort of like kneel down and squint, and like a man 3 times his age, Linus will just like granddad mutter about like the make of the lock and like, oh, they need to oil these hinges. Seems like this place is. And eventually he'll actually like reach into Simon and pull out the thieves' tools. They're made of slime. Um, and I mean, let's see how we do.
Uh
Yeah. Hmm.
Kitty.
Makes sense.
So
clothes.
while we're covering for Linus, I would lean over to Derrin and say, so if I'm gonna go and like challenge him to a duel, will be the best thing to say, because I don't challenge people to duels often. I've watched people do it, but I haven't done it myself.
It depends on. I don't know their culture. However, usually if you backhand somebody, that's a great way to say you don't respect them as a person and that you want to, clash steel with them.
So backhand. Okay. I can do that.
Rather we not do that if we can help it, but
Right. I'm saying if this doesn't work, I go up to him and be like, hey, I don't like your face.
Or say something about honor, duty, etc., etc. Say he's offended your house, whatever.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
If he's anything like any sort of commissioned officer I've run into before, by the way, do not sleep with a commissioned officer's husband. It just ends in nothing but sorrow.
Good to know.
Yeah, you do that, and generally they have to satisfy it or lose face. So,
Cool.
and hopefully he's not, somebody who came up through ranks, because otherwise he'll just bash your brains out without waiting.
I'm pretty good at fighting.
I know you are. I have every confidence that you'll handle things. In fact, if I wasn't worried about, trying to get things done, I'd probably be putting down, 15 gold on you. But
Oh, sweet.
well, the guy with the peg leg.
I
Oh.
remember that. That was a good fight.
Very good.
Oh! Yeah, I think he was trying to pick my pockets.
Generally, what's the old adage? Talk shit, get hit, and you generally forfeit what's in your pockets after that.
Here's another one. Speak softly and don't give a shit.
Yeah, you can make that work. So
Yeah.
yes, we'll try that. We'll see if this works, and if not, have fun.
And so we're having a drunken conversation to cover up Linus and Simon.
Right, yeah.
Just
So this is going to be a dexterity-based thieves tool check, I would imagine. Can my slime buddy give me the help action on this? Dope. So it'll be this plus 2. 13? I've been rolling terribly tonight.
Did you use your inspiration from last game already?
Oh, that's a good point. Huh.
Hey!
17.
huzzah.
I look at my skin going, oh, interesting.
Excellent. Let's
We
go
did it.
for our
Back
swim.
slowly in. Nobody sees us. Close the door.
Awesome. Yeah. My
Fortunately, we can all excel at a party scene.
my backup plan was to turn invisible and just snatch the key off his neck and try and just run in and close it behind us. Oh,
Oh, wow. Okay, you're not gonna kill us now, right? Great. Just had to make sure. No, it's
We
been that kind of week.
we,
So
we want to get out of here just as much as you do, I promise.
neural something or other. Oh. Woo.
It would have teleportation, wouldn't it?
I feel like I could disappear in this room.
if you stood the right way, probably.
Potentially. So how do we teleport? A wise choice.
So relatable, bestie.
Sure. I mean, I have a particular set of skills and they are not for this kind of thing.
We can
Touch.
try.
Oh, okay.
Well, I could just ask the roots. I talk to
Could.
That's fair.
You're just here to smoke the plants, not talk to them. Great.
Amazing. So I'm going to use my Primal Awareness feat, and I will cast Speak with Plants without expending a spell slot. I think that Linus I think Linus starts going through his various bags and he takes out like this small collection of like seeds and nuts that he like grinds down into a fine powder. And he sort of like sprinkles some in his hair and sprinkles some over Simon. And then he gets up and he does these like almost yoga like stretches. And then watching everyone watching him, he goes, "Oh, you wanted me to cast a spell right now? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, no problem. I was just I hadn't freshened up my dry shampoo in a while. Hey there, bud." And he just like kneels down and just starts talking to them. Hey, hey, bud. So we're just some. Well, nice to meet you. First of all, my name is Linus Poodle. I'm the son of Jacomontis and Francesca Poodle. This is my friend Simon. And mostly, it didn't mean to intrude here on your resting place, but we're trying to get to a couple different places, and I was hoping that you could just guide us in the right direction if it's not too much trouble for you. Also, can I just say, you're a beautiful verdant color, you and the rest of your system roots. Just really brings a lot of ambiance to the room. Gorgeous. Okay. Right. Oh, yeah, kinda. Thanks. Do you guys need any like water or sunlight? I keep some dirt in my back pocket just in case.
I was gonna, if I hear the water thing, I'm like, I create water? What? What am I doing?
Oh no, they said they're good. They got a
Oh,
whole
okay.
system. They got some stuff set up here. Very
All right.
nice plants though. We're going this way.
Oh, okay.
And
That's refreshing.
based off what the nice plant said, we just gotta think of a place that their roots can touch. And now I was always raised to believe that most plants are all connected and started from one tree originally called Yggdrasil. So technically, any plant should be a part of this plant, but that's sort of esoteric and that kind of thing. Don't worry about that. Let's just keep it simple.
Did we see any roots close to the ship? I'm asking Linus.
Oh, roots close to that. Not that I remember. I feel like the color is so striking. I feel like I would remember something like that. But maybe we can get at least a little further down the path.
I think we might end up somewhere on the path. More likely, we're very likely to end up either. Didn't Gilgazo, didn't you want to go to somewhere your Ceridian Keep? Isn't that what she said? What's it like? A keep deep. Almost 1,000 years. But hey, you're free now. Well, you said you wanted to go there. Let's try and go there first. And see if we can... Because if we can get to there, then we should be able to easily travel elsewhere. Correct? Well, what do the rest of you think? We should at least try that?
No harm, no foul.
Alright. Well, let's touch the crystal and think of a keep deep in the forest. With beautiful... Mm. Everywhere I go, cops no matter where I go.
Rushing through.
Yep.
Hoot!
Oop. Ceridian Keep.
But right before we wrap up, I just want to put a hand on the tree that we're inside and go, thanks. Just before the spell runs out, essentially. I knew I'd find some friends. Yeah.
Watch out, Gilgazo is the big bad. we've
I
we've
really
taken
don't
in
want
the
to have to
big
fight
Dang
bad.
it.
Wild.
Oh wow. Oh, okay. I have a lot going on. So this Sunday, um 3 p.m. Eastern, the finale of Thirsty Sword Lesbians. It is going to be thirsty. There are going to be big bots, and there's probably going to be smooches. So, tune in. On the 15th, which is a Friday, I am running Thirsty Sword Lesbians as a one shot. And we have some really interesting prizes or incentives for donating for that fundraiser. Additionally, Tay and I have been going back and forth on what a theme should be. We're going to try and incorporate your favorite magic girls into this. I'm very excited. I'm gonna be plotting all week. It's gonna be so good. Other than that, you can find me on the Tiki Talkies. At Resident Moon is my professional one where I talk about audiobooks, tea, and other professional shenanigans. And Spence.resident.moon is my personal one where I do D&D stuff. And other shenanigans and lots of duets. So come check me out, or you can just go to my link tree. It's fine.
Hello, my lovely creatures of the dark. My name is D. I am a professional troublemaker here on the internet. You can follow me on Twitter at It's the Riddler, and in most places under the same name, except on Twitch, where the end is LA. It's the Riddler instead of It's the Riddler. Because what is brand unity? On occasional days, my schedule's so weird for the summer, I'm not even going to bother going through it. Follow me on Twitter so you can figure out what I'm up to. I am still yours and everyone else's reigning and retaining TTRPG Universal Champion. And if you want to find out how you can win a really sick wrestling inspired belt, you should follow me on Twitter. Good idea.
Hi, Matt, the Killer GM. You can find me on Twitter at the Killer GM. Gaming, nerdery things, whatever else comes to mind on a given day. I run my channel MattF7 over on Twitch.tv on occasion. Currently still trying to work out some scheduling, figure out if there's going to be room for some games over there. We'll see at some point. I'm working on other things that I can't talk about yet, but soon, there will be things to talk about, and then, hey, we'll have things to talk up, and it'll be great and fun. But in the meantime, I like to play games, I like to run games. Talk with me if you want to do either of those things with me. Ah.
I really wanted to fight something though. Like,
I'm
for real.
certain we'll get to fight something next time.
Yay!
Oh, good gravy. Yeah.
Can we get to level 5 maybe? And I have a little tidbit for how Lelbeth can possibly have come with us. Lelbeth was invisible the whole time, followed us, and just touched the thing with the rest of us. Just like, I'm not gonna say anything, I'm here, and then like attached herself to like Addie's leg or something. I don't know. Because she's short.
Hey, and on top of that, even if you watch somebody play through module, everything's always every run through, even with the same people, will turn out different. So y'all should definitely check out the Lost Druid on the Alchemy system.
All depends on the dice gods.
Yep.
Yarp.
Fine. Yeah.
Good enough.